Today, I want to talk to you about attitude. Well, I've been reading business success books for the last 30 years or so, and to my surprise, there's a common theme throughout those, and that the authors indicate the most important aspect of achieving success is attitude. Now, if you're like me, you were surprised. I would have thought it would have been determination or integrity or resilience or grit or possibly a great education background, all the support that you needed to get started, but not so. Consequently, what you find is that people have a view of success that comes from having a great attitude. When I graduated from college, I thought that would have been a great job with fantastic money and the power and the authority to get things accomplished through my business managerial leadership role. And I found out that that's not the case. What success really means is achieving and understanding your skill set, having a purpose, and then serving other people with that purpose, and then living it out, understanding that you never reach a destination, you're always on a journey. You'll find that the money follows from that particular aspect of success and attitude. Now, I love this quote from Chuck Swindoll. Swindoll said, "Attitude is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people say and do. It's more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It can make or break an individual, a company, or a nonprofit. The remarkable thing is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will behave in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is. We are in charge of our attitudes." So we pause and we think, what's attitude? Help me with this concept. Webster says that it's a belief or a thought that dictates an action. So if we take that as the truth, then we start looking at people that we fall into, for the sake of time and simplicity, two different categories. Let's call them toxics or positives. Now, toxics we all know and disdain. Those folks have a "we can't make it happen." They're egotists. They look down on everybody else. They have such a view of life that reflects in their face and their body language that you know they're bringing toxicity. And after all, isn't that the whole concept of toxicity? It's a small part per million of bad components or parts of toxic particles in the air that infect and influence other things and other people. Toxic. Positive. Let's define that real quickly. We know that what it looks like is somebody that's a smile on their face, a can-do attitude, a let's make this happen. They accept their responsibilities and they deliver with integrity. Now, when you hear a speech like this and you say, "Okay, Gary, you're telling me some neat stuff, but I want to change. How do I do that?" Well, let me give you a 5-point program very quickly. First of all, you have to isolate a thought that's having the most negative impact on you. That's important. Pick only one, not a lot of others. And then start to think about that. Start thinking about not just that thought, but a replacement thought or an attitude that you can start to install in your mind and your brain, and then start to write it down. We found that actually sitting down, taking the time to write these things out. So here's a little template for you. Circle and put in the middle your toxic thought. Above that, draw lines and write down how you got to that point of thinking. What was your attitude? What created that attitude? And then below that, draw lines and put substitute attitudes and thoughts about ways that you can change that. You will literally reprogram your mind. Number 4, start thinking about a battle plan. What's an action plan? Because you're going to step out into real life with these concepts. And then after you've got that in your mind, you've been able to meditate and think about it, go out and make it happen. In summation, we have to go back and understand what Swindoll said. Life is a choice, and you have the power to make that choice. So go out and make it a great day with a great attitude.